Hello everybody, Laura here. So today I have a little pick five art spread that I did, and a lot of people on YouTube do the take five, grab five, pick five. And a long time ago I wrote down a lot of the things that I own and I stuck them in this little bag. I need to I need to redo it. But anyways, I chose out um, five little pieces, and I'm holding them upside down because I didn't realize that in this editing software that I'd be able to flip my camera. So normally I'm filming and it's in front of me, so everything's upside down, so hopefully I'll get better at doing that. But my five things was use watercolors, use stamps, use metallic luster, use lace or ribbon, and use washi tape. So I've got a piece of watercolor paper, and I'm going to use this stamp. I don't have any idea the name. I don't know. I got it off of AliExpress, and I just thought it was cute, so I bought it. So I don't know if it's copied from another company. I'm not aware. I just thought it was really cute, so I got it, and it is really cute. So I stamp her out, and I was just using, it's like a miniature clipboard, and it's clear. I think I got it on clearance from Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago, and I don't have any large stamp blocks, and so it really comes in handy. And the fact that it's clear is even better because then I can see where I'm stamping. So to add the watercolor, I'm going to be using the Jane Davenport Mermaid markers, and these are the Sun Bleached collection, I think is what they're called. This is my first time using them in a project, and I was actually attempting to get rid of these, and I really like them, so I'm glad that I actually changed my mind and decided to keep them. I really like, they're easy to work with. I'm not good at watercoloring at all, so very new on that. But yeah, they're easy to hold and easy to work with, and I like it that you can put the lid on the top too, so I don't lose the lid. So I just put some watercolor. I just wanted to get some color going in the background, and I just added it wherever I felt like I should put it. And like I said, I'm not good at watercolor. I've just started, so I'm not good at blending the lines and all that stuff, so you can definitely tell, but I tried not to put the colors together. I don't know. This one is actually a really good watercolor to use for skin tones, and I believe it's called Beach or something, and it turned out really good for skin tone. So that is my watercolors and my stamp, and then I'm going to use this gold, I think it's called Gold Rush Metallic Luster, and that's from DecoArt. And I'm using this stencil by Heidi Swapp, and I'm just going to add some of the metallic luster onto the project. And I got a palette knife and just scraped some out onto my craft mat and added some water to make it easier to apply through the stencil. And I still wasn't really sure what I was doing. I was just wanting to create. I really like the Pick 5 idea. I can see why it's obviously so popular around, on Facebook, because if you're not really sure, sorry about that, if you're not really sure what to do, or, and you sit there and you look in your craft room or your craft space or art area or whatever, and you've got a lot of these products and you want to use them all, but you don't know what to choose, this Pick 5 really does. And then, you create these great projects. I would have probably not thought to create something like this, or putting all these pieces together, these products, and the outcome. Sometimes I'm a creative person and I love to create and make art, but my mind just doesn't really imagine a whole lot of things beforehand. Sometimes they do, but it really doesn't. I don't. A lot of the time I'm satisfied with the outcome, but 90% of the time I have no idea from the beginning of what I'm doing. And that includes scrapbooking, and any kind of art that I do. I don't have any plan beforehand. I'm just running with it. So, but thankfully, a lot of the stuff that I do end up creating, I end up liking it in the end. So that's always good. So I just used a Tim Holtz stencil that had arrows on it and put one there. I knew that open space I would probably want to stamp a sentiment there or something, and I decided I wanted to do something for her shirt, so I took out my DIY sticker labels, jelly plated labels that I created. I have a video, I believe, on my channel if I remember, and I will put it in an iCard so that you will be able to go check that video out. But I still try to incorporate them in my art all the time because I have several that I created. But I just decided that was going to be her shirt, so I stuck some down on a scrap piece of paper, and I'm cutting that out to stick down for her shirt. And honestly, whenever I was picking out the stickers, I was not really thinking about the colors, and it doesn't really go with it. The colors are much darker than the watercolors, the brights of the watercolors, but I think it contrasts pretty well in the end. But when I was looking for the stickers, I was just looking at the ones that were that look like labels, because I have several different shapes. I have some that are circles and other things like that. So I was just actually looking for ones that were in that label shape, and I really wasn't thinking whether the colors were going to go well with the project I was working on, which is really silly, but it turned out to be okay. But if I would have, it could have actually turned out really bad. So I'm glad that it actually contrasted pretty well. So here's where I'm adding lace or ribbon, but I'm taking this pleated ribbon. I believe I got it around Halloween, possibly Michael's or Walmart. I'm not really sure. I think Walmart, and it's white with little black polka dots. And so I stick that down around the bottom. I was thinking of doing it on the left hand side, but I went on ahead and added it to the bottom. And now I'm looking to add the washi tape, and I'm going through these Jane Davenport, the black and white washi strips that she has. And oh, it says trust the mess, I believe is what it says. So here's where I want to stamp down the sentiment that came with the stamp. Excuse me. And I'm using my archival ink in black to just stamp that sentiment there, so it kind of looks like the arrow is pointing down to it. And I'm going to take my gold Uni Signo pen and just outline the sentiment. And I think, I take these stamps. I got these at Michael's, and they're just a little container that's full of different, I'm going to say flowers, kind of. I was thinking about doing it in black, but I decided to go with a gold ink pad, and I got that ink pad out of the Target Dollar Spot last year. And I'm just going to stamp a couple of those around the page. A couple of different ones around the page. going to get out my black India ink and put a little bit on my craft mat just so that I can get some black splatters around the page. And that will complete my project. I really like how this turned out. I plan on finding a notebook where I can, like an art journal, blank art journal, where I'll just tape these pieces that I create on these watercolor pieces of paper and stick it into a journal so that I will have them. And I'm going to add some photos at the end, and I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed the process. Bye.